Brenda. Trying to figure it out again. Hey, Greta. I'm gonna let Matthew know that I am on. Hi, Liz. How is everybody doing tonight? I'm waiting on 2 other people. I have to turn off my Wi-Fi. I always forget. There's Matthew. Did it work? There he is. Let's see if I can put him.
Hey, sister.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing okay. You doing all right?
Yeah, trying to figure this out. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time tonight. It worked pretty good last time. I don't know what's going on. Y'all see the pickle? Let's see. How can I make you big again? Expand, expand. There we go. All right, there we go. I think we're set up. All right, I'm waiting on one other person. They brought some stuff to my attention, and I thought we could review it.
Cool.
But have you ever noticed in the pawn shop video, the palm tree?
No, I've never heard about that.
Yeah, that was something. I told her I was going to break out my old notebooks, which I already had one out, but... And if anybody else wants to come up, you can. Let's see, pawn shop, someone found... Accomplice. Just kind of waiting on people. Just trying to find my old timestamps that I had for the pawn shop. Freedom Voice. You remember last time when I was trying to think of that guy's name with the gang stalking and stuff? It was Freedom Voice Online.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and he kind of disappeared.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about that Gray Hughes guy because I know he talked about it for a while and then stopped.
Oh, there we go. Start recording or casting with YouTube. Whatever all this means. Trying to figure out how I can get it on the YT as well. Thank y'all for coming in, sharing and liking and all that good stuff. So how's your night been going, Matthew?
Pretty good. I watched a couple football games today. Seen Bama beat Wisconsin, and then I think it was Georgia and Tennessee. And Georgia, that was a good game.
Was it? Oh, there she is. See if I can invite her. Mm-hmm. How do I invite somebody? It's showing me I can invite other people. Wait, maybe I hit that. There we go. Accept. All right, there she is.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
No,
I can't really hear y'all too much. Too good. Hello?
hey,
Hi, I can't really hear you.
you can't? I wonder if it's because I got the charger in. Is that better?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Hi, Matthew.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well.
Well, I
Good.
was telling him about the palm trees on the pawn shop video that you were looking at.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I had been focusing, on the all the rest of the video, and I had looked at the like the cameras, on that TV on the inside of the pawn shop, and I noticed that there was some crazy movement going on, and you can tell from the inside it had been edited as well. So I decided to like take a closer look at the outside, the palm tree right in the front with the front view. And yeah, there's a whole lot of editing going on there, and a whole lot of like different. I don't know what to make of it, but you can tell that those cars in the front have been edited as well. So I don't nothing as it is as it seems in this video. Honestly, from what I'm finding out.
I'm gonna send you the. Wait, was that tap? All right, or do you know how to put it up on the screen, or you want me to just send it to Matthew so he can show us?
Yeah, if you want, yeah, you can send it to Matthew. I can do it, but it might take me longer. And I think Matthew, are you going to put it on your computer or will it be on your phone as well? Because I think with the computer you won't be able to see it so much because of like the lines that come out. But on your phone, I believe you can see it.
Yeah, that's usually what I was doing is just showing my computer screen. So
All right, I'm about to send it to you, Matthew. Talking about, and then I'm gonna send you the timestamp thing that she sent too. Oh, Phil, let me.
You're talking about mine, the chicken scratch one.
No, one of the last pictures you sent me.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna see if I can open up a double window on mine because sometimes in certain apps it'll allow me to like split my screen. I'm gonna see if it'll let me do that so I can look at it as well. Hold on.
Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Oh, did we lose her? I think we lost her. Oh, there she goes. All right. We lost her. Here she goes. Did you get the pictures, Matthew?
The link that I saw, it was just, I guess, your YouTube stream.
Oh. I wonder if I can do it from here.
I'll see. You want me to try to do it?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, let me see if I remember.
Hi, Miss Ann. Hi, Carrie.
I forgot how to do it. Oh,
Hey, at least you knew how to do it, though. I don't.
I'm over here trying to figure it out. My dog's over here on my phone and trying to like lick it up, and I'm like, get off, not right now.
Let's see. All right. Maybe that one went through. Let's see. I wonder if I like save the picture. Do I have to save it and then I can do it?
Yeah, because I thought there was like a little link at the bottom where you can. Last time I did it, it was like you had to hit somewhere at the bottom. Is where I did it. Hit it at the bottom, and it would let you share, like upload the pictures. But I don't have that option in here.
Let me see.
I think you do have to save it to your device and then share it in the green screen.
Okay. Let's see. Turn on camera to use all features. Background. Okay. Can everybody see it now? Can I blow it up or down or?
And I can see it.
All right. And you were showing in this, what was you showing in this picture?
Oh, like right above the 27. Do you see right above 27 right there? Do you see like where the just look at the floor part and you can see look straight up and where all the little scribbles are because that's where they definitely edited something there. Scribbling. Well, do you see there's like a little figure of it looks like a either a person bending down or a person like I don't know, there's something going on there. A whole lot of something, but I can't figure it out. Like that's I just and then if you look to the right, you can see some other stuff going on there, and that's just one of many. They definitely edited this out, and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Something's going on right there.
Yeah, it looks like they try to blur something. All right, let me see if I can pull up the other pictures. All right. So I got see, how can I change it? Wait, what?
Just don't,
Oh,
just don't
okay.
let my, just don't put my name out there.
Okay, I won't. Background, there we go. Oh my goodness.
Are you either like not zoom? Yeah, there you go.
What are we looking at? We're trying to look at the palm
Well,
trees. If
yeah, but the picture's too big, so you can't make it smaller or yeah, because the wherever I circled is what I'm trying to show you. Like there. Okay, you changed it. Hold on. Yeah, you can't see in any of those because the picture's too big. So you'd have to like make it smaller. And I personally don't know how to do that. But Matthew can he can open them.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah, because that way he can like expand it and do all that. But if you send it to him just like that, don't show my name, Matthew.
did the one go through, Matthew, or any of them? I'm just sending him the picture, so it shouldn't show your name or anything on that. Yep. He got him now.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh yeah, in those palm trees, they're definitely filling in, putting fluff in there because you can see it like the outline or the silhouette. If you go to like your pictures or photos and edit it, if you change like the filters on there and just play with your filters, not like filters to change the picture, but just the coloring of it, you can see a whole lot going on in those pictures. But just looking at it straight like that, like the way that they presented it, you can't really see them.
Yeah, we're trying to Amber. We're trying to look at the palm trees that were out there at the pawn shop because you can clearly see in the pictures that they were like filled in, like edited in, I guess.
I'm not sure how to change the aspect ratio or whatever of the picture because it's doing the same thing it was doing to you, making it real huge.
Mm.
Are you able to use your computer?
Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah, because I have no clue on how to use TikTok like that.
I don't either.
And so it surprises me how some of the creators like they can make all kind of things like just anything, and I'm like, how do you do that? My daughters, they were trying to do like some dances and stuff sometime, like one time, and I was like, well, how is that gonna work? And they showed me, and oh, okay, that's how it goes. But
Right.
I don't know how it goes.
I guess we need to watch us some class videos or something.
Right?
Revert the picture back to the original and it'll be smaller. Program called Studio. Is that something we can get on the TikTok? There we go.
Okay. That like you see right there in the on the vehicle, you can see the hand. There's like a person's hand right there out the window. It looks like it's out the window. But then also, if you look in like the window itself, you can see that there's well, I don't know if you can see it right here, but there's like a silhouette right there. Like it's kind of like blurry, a little bit blurry, a little right there, right there. And then let's see, go more like go to the left a little bit. All right. Okay. You see where the hand is? Well, right next to it, it looks like a face to me. I don't know if you can see that, but face right there. And then right to the left of that little face is like a little blurry, but it's like black and white more. Black and white. Can you see what I'm talking about? And you can see all in there. Yeah, right there. And then there's a little blurry to the left, more where the line goes through it. All that right there, that tells me that that's been edited because they're editing out faces and whatnot. But now if you look in the actual like in the pawn shop video itself when she's inside and that guy in the hat comes in, or supposedly the guy in the hat, when he's in there and he's walking towards the back, you can see through the windows of people moving around all in there. So what I don't understand is if there's so many people, so many things going on, why didn't they see? Why isn't there more people coming out, speaking out,
Right.
But we do have to remember that Mr. Man, that he did have a lot of, don't start babies. My dogs are gonna get going. That he does have a lot of, acquaintances out there, especially with that homeless shelter right behind there. 2 homeless shelters right behind. And the dad's best friend, he works across the street.
It's interesting. Yeah, because it looks like the colors and stuff were even tampered with too on there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that I didn't mess with that blue screen and all that. That's all them. Right here, do you see? Okay, okay. Do you see? I don't know how to describe it to you. There's like a dark right in the middle. There's something dark, right there. Boom. Okay, so go to the left a little bit. Right there.
It looks
What does
like
that look like?
well, that one looks like a different kind of leaf than like the actual palm.
Yep, most definitely. But it looks like a face to me. Now I could be wrong, but to me it looks like a face. And then if you go down, let's see a little bit. Yeah, that whole little black spot, like the darker spot right there, looks odd to me. Completely odd. It looks like covering up something, but I couldn't tell you. But that right there looks like a face to me. And after looking at all these pictures, looking at all the like the video, it looks like there could have been a car or a vehicle of some sort parked right under where, and then they just put all kind of fluff around the trees where you couldn't see it because those trees aren't as thick as they make them out to be.
Yeah, because there's one of them that you showed me where it looked like, the palms on it were kind of sporadic, and then all of a sudden it's filled in.
Yep. And if you watch from the beginning of that, okay, hold on.
As someone on the YT says, that plant has been photoshopped, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I agree with them. You see, there's like there's the picture of the face again. That, in my opinion, there's something going on under these trees that they don't want us to see. Now, if they were just the homeless people out there hanging out, well, why hide them? There's
Exactly.
and then right there, it looks like if you zoom in a little bit, let's see, trying to see how to tell you. Okay, at the very top of where the circle is, right? See where the top is? Go to the line of the circle right there. Go down a little bit right there. Go to the right. To the right, right there, like right there. You see that little area? To me, it looks like that's a person, but I don't know who. You know what I mean? But there is a vehicle under there somewhere. There has to be because of the way that it looks.
Right. That's
Like
what it,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just agreeing that that's what it looks like to me.
And in the video, it looks like, I mean, it could just be my eyes, like I told you, it could just be my eyes, but it looks like there's a struggle going on under those trees just by the way that all the little edits, the movements are. Because if, like I was saying earlier, if you watch from the beginning of that video and you like zoom in and you watch kind of by where the time is, where that picture of where I showed you with the time, you can see them actually filling in and editing it. Like you can see the colors actively, changing and everything, the actual footage changing. So that just was like mind blowing that you can actually see it. Like the figures and everything change. Not because of
Okay.
pixels, Miss Tracy.
And then to clarify, this is from the actual pawn shop footage and not just like random pictures taken. This is actually from the pawn shop footage from Robeson
Yes,
Township.
yes, ma'am. I was watching frame by frame, just watching it and like zoomed in, and I would just take a screenshot of it. And right there, in the actual like in the, you can't really see it. I don't think too good right there, but that looks like a person right there. Like they're standing up, and it looks like to me there's a person behind and a person in front, and there's like their hands out, and then they have their hand behind their waist in the video itself. And I encourage everybody who's watching, if they're, want to make sure to go look at it yourselves, go look at it and see that you'll see all the little different things that are going on. And it's like, it's weird.
I agree.
You can't really see nothing on that. I guess you can't really see nothing on that one. Can you?
Looks like it's extra pixelated there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All the way to the, let me see, right there. I think it's right there. You see it? Oh, I'm glad you see it.
Yeah, there's something definitely being covered there.
And I noticed wherever they put like the time stamp, pay attention to that little spot because that they're trying to cover something up wherever they put the time too, like the little, the date and everything. And if you go and you play with the filters as well, you'll see that the time on there does not match. Like the dates does not match the colors, even with that black. You know how they there's one black like digit. It doesn't match the other ones. When you change the filter, if you play with it. See right there, look, doesn't it look like they're like in a vehicle of some sort? And there's like there's something going on right there. I can't tell you what exactly, but I know there is.
Right.
And again, if it were just people hanging out, why hide it? I mean, those are people, they're just doing what they do.
Yeah, really, unless it had to be somebody that was there that they didn't want to know that was there. I don't know if that worked or not.
Yeah, that was a face, and there was somebody like in the car. I'm sorry. If you go back to Matt, please. Is it right there? Okay. Mm,
It's just crazy too, like how the plants change colors.
yeah, see that one right there really gets me. Ooh, like there's something going on right there. And then whenever that I don't think I sent you all of the ones that I had like screenshot it, because there's even one where hold on. Let me see. Can I send it to you, Veronica, and you send it to Matt? The ones that yeah, the ones that I had screenshotted.
Sure.
Yeah, there's something definitely going on right there. I don't like this picture. I don't like how that looks at all. Mm-mm. Hold on, let me send it to you.
All right. And then we know that like some of the time even jumped too in the pawn shop footage. I dropped my notebook. Let me see if I got anything in this one.
Yeah, I think I did send them to you. The one with the white van
Oh, okay.
and then the red car.
Oh yeah, that's right. Matthew should be getting all of them in just a minute. Hi, Miss Ann.
Hey. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, frame by frame, I think, is the best way to see all these anomalies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Humi's been putting in some work on.
Yeah.
Is this the pawn shop?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am. Like when you right here, look at his hand, the person's hand. That's one of them. The hand. Look at, doesn't it look like a female's hand to me? That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah,
A
like it's
female's
reaching
hand.
out.
Yeah, and then if you look to where I circled, that's like the shadow or something of a car, of a vehicle. Yeah, and then where I circled right here, that looks like somebody's head. Like like you know how when you look into a vehicle, you can have their like shadow of their head or like their image of their head, right
Mhm.
there.
Now, is this the same van of that painter guy that went in
Mm-hmm.
and out? It looks like it.
Yeah.
And that don't even look like the same guy. That looks like
Mm-mm.
he's sitting in, and then it looks like a female hand reaching out.
Mm-hmm. Or like an old woman or something, huh? Because it looked like that's actually gray hair at the top, but I don't know.
Right, right,
And then if you look on that, well, if you look to the right or here, it's not circled on this page on this one, but if you look to the right on the vehicle, look, it looks like there's a car right there, like right, yep, right there.
Oh wow.
And
Sorry.
that's what I'm saying. I think there was either a vehicle under those trees, and they're just hiding that. And I firmly believe that these vehicles aren't actually, they edited the vehicles as well.
Right. Yeah, because that don't even look like the. Whenever you screenshot that one, it don't even look all the way like the same van, really. Because that other van was just like all white, and then on this one you can see the side of it.
Okay. This one, let's see, is zooming right there. Like you could see, now to me on the left, that looks like a person's face, but blurred out, right? And there's either, I don't know, it looks like a person with a mustache and a goatee. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. Or somebody reaching out their hand and it's like their face is in the background. It could be so many things, but that face is not the same face from that man that's in the pawn shop.
Right.
Not the same man, because no, that man had a distinct look on his face, and that's not the same person. I don't know. Are you able to zoom in? And, oh, there. Yeah, that's the one where he's obviously sitting on the man. When you watch the video, he gets in. You can see that at no point does yeah. When you see the video, you can see him just get in, and you can actually see him get in and on top of this person. So that's what makes me think that these people didn't, I don't know how to say it, but Yeah, this man didn't actually drive this vehicle, or something. Something's not right, as you can see it. And then if you see, there's like you see like there's like a white, like, I don't know, it's like a white shadow. Maybe that was the original vehicle it was, or yeah, you see, right there. So I don't know what's going on there. Is we can always tell like from another vehicle the image of the vehicle that's right next to it, and none of it matches.
Now, was he wearing? Do you remember if he was wearing a mask or not?
No, he was not. And that's I'm glad you brought that up, because what I noticed when I've been going through these, a lot of them are wearing those masks we wore during the COVID era. So if they're all wearing masks, could this possibly be maybe footage from another time?
Right. Like it was like spliced together. How we've been kind of talking about here lately.
Yep.
Matthew, do you have the any of the pawn shop footage?
Her name was Mary Helen.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, you can go on to Grizzly True Crime. That's where I've been watching it, and watch the raw footage of it. And that way you can put it up. You just change the resolution. You have the clearest resolution, and you can change the speed. You can watch it slow motion. You can watch it regular. That I was just watching it like that. Whenever I'd see something strange, I'd pause it, take a screenshot. I mean, it's right there. That is a great video. Thank you, Miss Grizzly.
And then someone on the YT side said they were covering their faces too, which I agree.
I'm sorry, because it was white.
That like the people were covering their face, like that guy in the painter's outfit. You know how he came in and made sure, like, to duck and dodge his like his face being seen.
Yeah. Yeah, Miss Laura, this is what she was talking about. Yeah, because a lot of us were talking about it last year, but yeah, this was definitely what she was saying. Part of what she was saying.
Hey Veronica, I'm gonna crash, hon. But is this gonna be on YouTube?
Yes.
YT, sorry.
Yes. TikTok shop.
Yes. Whoopsie, TikTok shop. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm just really tired, but I think
girl,
I want to see this. I do want to see it.
I appreciate you coming up, but yes, I'll have it over there too.
Okay, hon. All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye, Miss Ann.
Bye, hon. Good night.
Good night. Yeah, it's crazy. If you just like watch it, man, I've gone through that footage I don't know how many times, but it never occurred to me to pay attention to the first part, and the inside video is definitely helpful, but again, that's been blurred, and you can see that from what I can see, that the lady with she looks like the lady with the long black hair, that she goes and looks in the window, and she can see something, and she's just like looking out the window, but not, obviously not doing nothing about it. You can tell there was something going on at some point, whether they're spliced together or not, at the same day or whatever. There was something going on, and why they are trying to edit it out is what makes me question it.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, if there's nothing to hide, then why hide anything?
Yeah, and you know how you were talking about it in the corner of the where Mica's where she's supposed to be parked.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there it goes. So yeah, if you let's see, what part are we on? 12, 13. So what I did is I just like zoomed in, and I just moved my screen, like the screen around. I just moved it around just so I could see if I saw anything. And I spent like I don't know how many. I spent a long time, and I'm still not all the way through with it. Yeah, right there. Like if you see, oh, yeah, you see. Okay, see at the top where you see the gray car, the gray vehicle. I look, just follow it down, and you'll see there's another like gray area right here. Like gray area. I don't know how to. I can't point to it, but I'm all trying to point. Can you zoom in a little bit?
Yeah, because that palm tree don't look very full right there.
I didn't hear you.
I said that palm tree there doesn't look very full.
No, no, and all those little. Oh, yeah, right there. Okay, look at that big old square thing at the corner, very corner, right? That thing is not that big. In real life, that's not that high and that big. So what's going on there? I don't believe it's that big because I looked at the street view and everything and let's see. And in the car, the one in Mica's that's allegedly her car, you could see movement in there. You could see somebody's hand. Look. You can't zoom in a little bit to it? There's a whole lot going on in these videos, man. Look, can you see? There is somebody in that vehicle. They blurred it out, but you can totally see it, and it moves. Yeah, it moves. See, you can see the face just turned. Is it me? Are my eyes tripping or?
No, because I mean, and nobody's over there for any kind of like reflection or anything like that.
Yeah, and they blurred out the vehicle like this. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, watch. Okay, you see the thing in there? Okay, when he gets in, what? Slows it.
Oh, and his window don't look dirty.
No, look. When he puts his head back, you can see there's something blocking it. Oh, that's not his face. Because look, pause it. Oh, wait, pause. Did you pause it? Yeah. So I'd have to pause and zoom in. It's a whole lot of work, but I was doing it. Yeah, like that vehicle look at on the side, that little small vehicle in the back, doesn't it look like something's right there? Am I crazy? Right there, boom. Are you seeing it, Veronica, or is it just me?
Kinda. I see something moving.
I think you paused it. What? Like, okay, press play again, if you can, please. Let's see. Are there? Oh, and that lady. Yeah, those windows definitely been messed with. And why did he? There, right? Oh, you get to see his face like clear. You see, it's not even that man the way the man looks.
Now, was he wearing?
Right there. Is there? Pause it. And can you zoom in a little bit?
I couldn't figure out how to do that.
I just like. Are you on your computer, right? So I would press control. Was it control P? No, control the plus sign. I can't even think. That's how I did on my computer. I don't know if it's the same on yours. I don't know what kind of.
Look at us learning things. Control C, Stephanie said. I think.
Control C.
That's what.
That's control. That's copy. Excel copy, I think. That's about the only Control C, Control X, and Control B. I think it is.
That Mica chose to park so far away instead of like closer to the building. Now there's the accomplice right there pulling up in that white van. That was the placeholder for the green shirt guy because I guess he was running behind or something.
Control the plus sign. Control.
Yeah, that kind of just made the browser bigger. It didn't really make the.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, me, oh, my. I'm sorry.
Okay, and then somebody was telling me that there is another entrance or exit over there, like close to the, not when you, like where Michael walked in, but at the, on the jewelry store side where that green shirt guy pops in at real quick when he gets in there. Now, do you remember if there was another entrance or exit that way?
Yes, I believe there is because it's it says title loans, I believe, on there. If you go to, I think in the big right before she starts this the footage right here, she does like a Google map and it goes around, like it goes she goes to the side view and then she goes to the front view. The grizzly lady does. But yeah, it's the title loan entrance. No, there's a title loan entrance on the on the side where we seen JP's truck pull in, and then there for the jewelry one, I think that still says title loans because they have a whole big old office in the back, and I didn't even know that until recently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because they have that's where they do like all the little like their loans or whatever. But and then they have that jewelry side, and then they have the entrance from the inside. And what I noticed is this pawn shop is set up very, very, very similar to the one on 501, the 501 pawn shop. So I was thinking, I wonder if they maybe could have, put footage from there, put footage from, like swaps footages of some sort. Because that guy that works in there, I believe he is the manager at the 501 store. Maybe he was just filling in. I don't know.
Yeah, Casey actually went there. I just invited her up. Maybe she'll come up.
There, Miss Mess, I believe there is another entrance into the building because if you Matthew, are you able to like rewind it to where she begins the footage, where Grizzly begins the footage?
Is there another store there, Casey, or is it just a pawn shop with the jewelry store and stuff?
It's to the right. It's gonna be to the right. You were there, Matthew.
I hope you feel better, Casey. I'm sorry.
Okay, go. It's to the right over there. Yeah, more to the right. Like the entrance is more to the right of the building.
Yeah, over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see the sign way at the top, right there, right above Dick's. It says there's a sign right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be the entrance there, and then there's another entrance on the around there. There's another entrance. Now I don't know if that entrance on the side of the building goes into the actual pawn shop itself. All Dick's.
Was there another store or anything, or another business or anything like that over there, Casey? Where, like, if there was, like, it'd be into a different store and not the pawn shop per se? Because I remember seeing too who me's talking about, because somebody had came out that way, but it looked like there's what looks like a door, but it's got huge bars over it. Okay. Wonder if at one time or something there was something else over there, or
Yeah, that's not the same Dick's.
Oh, is it not?
there's
No,
what?
they're on Joe. The Dick's on Joe White.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Casey
Oh.
said possible there might have been another like business entity or something over there, and that's where the other like entrance store you would see, but it wouldn't be to the pawn shop or the jewelry store. So it could have been like a title on place or something before that. Dick's Title Loans.
Are you able to look it up on Google?
Yeah, that's what we're looking at now.
I could have. I guess I'm wrong.
Okay, so maybe they had like a title loan place there or something, and then now for some reason it's closed down. And because Casey said there's like bars, like a closed down store would be on the door entrance for there. Yeah. Is that the bars, Casey? I remember somebody walking out that way. I don't remember who it was though. There's a camera there. Hey girl, hey.
Well, shit, I guess there isn't. Oh, there's only one, I guess, aside from the one that's in the back. But that's the title loans. That's the one that they have the footage of, because they have security footage on the inside of Dick's, on that big screen. They have the footage of the title loans on there as well.
Yeah, I think this camera here is the one that Harvey had posted the picture, the little bit of footage that showed JP like pulling in right here and then backing out and then going down this way,
Veronica, can you send them that picture of where you could see the shadow, where it looks like her silhouette in the shadows of right when JP is being dropped off, or dropped off, picked up, however?
Let me see.
Or like when he pulled up allegedly.
Let's see if it was.
How do the bushes look, or the palm trees? How do those look there to the left?
I just.
And then where's that? Yeah, and where's the camera at on there? The camera's there in the corner, right? Is it right in the corner?
Here.
Yeah, see those, but like you see those, the trees they aren't even full right there. And then on all of the Google Earth, I mean in the regular Google Maps, yeah, they're not full at all either. So I would think they wouldn't want them full, right, to be able to see everything.
Yeah, it definitely looks like there was stuff added into it. Yeah, so that must have been a different store then. It might have been like related to Dick's Pawn Shop, but it was like a different like entity, or you know what I mean, like a separate from the actual pawn shop store.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my mistake. I'm sorry.
Oh no, because I was thinking the same thing too, and I've heard mixed information. But Casey did go, and I think she went around and counted the cameras and the ways in and out.
There's just too many things going on with with that footage, and like
Right.
to for me to be confident that that's what happened that day. Honestly, like I don't believe it.
Right, and then with the timestamps, and then like there was like how many minutes missing?
Oh, there was like I want to say there was about 10,
Yeah, it was
give or
quite a
take.
bit.
Yeah, 10 like times where it stopped, and there was even one time where it stopped for like more than a minute. So let's just why would they need to do that? What are they taking out? What are they popping out? And why couldn't they release all the footage? They have how many cameras? Where are the rest of the camera footages, like where we could see everything from every
Right.
angle?
Yeah, they just kind of gave us bits and pieces for the timeline for Mica, and then when it came to JP, it's like, oh, well, here's his truck. You can't see who's in there or what's going on, but here's the truck. And then that was all the evidence we needed for some reason.
Let's see, does that box look does it look that big in the video?
Oh, the electrical box?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat looking. Let's see.
Sorry, I'm trying to look for something that I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, I think Zav Girl had on her videos of this same stuff here. It actually shows us just a short clip of that other camera that's on the other side. Um, and I wish maybe somebody could get in touch with her and see if she would, if she's got more of that side camera, that we would sure love to see it.
She deleted it all. Because she covers like other cases and stuff, and she deleted all the videos and stuff she had.
Zav girl? Did she really? Because I just saw her the gas station videos and all that.
No, I mean like she deleted it from like her personal storage stuff.
Oh, oh
'Cause
man.
I had a thing for the gas station, and then I went back because I could finally download it all because it was all big files and stuff, and she had deleted it, so I couldn't. So I was able to retrieve like one of the cameras at the gas station in the back room, and then that was it. I was so sad. But I mean, whatever she's got on YT, she still got it on there far as I know.
And I had a question for you, Veronica. I know you had done interviews with Johnny, um, and you went into detail with him about that day and whatnot. Did you ever get like clarification from him by any chance on how long he actually did speak to the law when he went and gave back the belongings? Because I heard like in different interviews he had said that he was there, that they let him go immediately. And then another one, he said that he was there waiting for about an hour with them, that they had questioned him for like 30 minutes and he was waiting there for the park rangers for like for a whole hour. And like, did he ever like clarify with you? Like,
I know he said he went back to speak with him afterwards, but at that time, though, whenever he returned her belongings, they asked him questions and he gave him, all his information. He didn't I don't, well, if he did, I don't remember, but, I mean, he said they questioned him and he told the park ranger or somebody, like, well, you know all these paths. If you go down that way, you might find what you're looking for. And he said he even gave the officers and stuff extra information, so that way, if they needed to contact him or wanted to speak to him more, they could. And they never followed up with him after that. And then he even went up there, I think Sunday, the next day, and asked for them to, or was asking if they were going to investigate it or, what was going on or anything like that. And they says, no, they're going to release it Monday, what the call or the COD is. That they had already determined it and had the timeline and everything.
Yeah, because the reason I asked because of their timeline that how they put out, and when they said that they had arrived when the detectives with the Air 3 arrived, that they, according to this, they immediately, as soon as they got there, they deployed the drone and started looking for her. But if they waited and spoke to them 30 minutes, and that the timeline would be off, so that's why I was just wondering.
Right. I started going back and rewatching because there was something that I was looking for to line up with something to do with the timeline. I forget what it is now exactly, but because the way he was, I mean, like he was like none of it makes sense, and he didn't think that she did it to herself, and he even tried to get them to investigate and stuff more, and gave him, went up there a couple times asking, and they're like, no, like give him a run around and stuff, and then like brushed him off, really.
And yeah, I don't know. There has to be something going on fishy, something deeper with this, because nothing makes sense. I'll keep saying it. Nothing makes sense. And I'm sorry.
I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah, and I even went back and was watching like the interviews with the old boy, and I don't know if you noticed when he was talking about how Mica was the one with the News Nation, I think, where he says that she went into. He says, well, I don't know why it's so hard for people to pretty much believe that she went into Dick's Pawn before and she purchased a weapon. It says, and tried to do the same thing. She drove out into the middle of nowhere, and then she called 911 and left the voice message, and that left the voice message. And he's talking about the day that she supposedly did what she did, but that she left a voice message. So I never understood that part of it.
Right. I don't either.
I don't know.
I think Johnny too was also trying to like kind of tell us like little snippets or little details, like throughout the interviews and stuff, because I mean he was like legitimately scared and worried, because matter of fact, the day that the FBI raided JP's house, he called me and he was all excited and everything, and he was like, "They need to put him away. That man is nuts."
Definitely like that. And it's so sad that the only link, well, the link that the closest, that we had to even knowing what could have happened,
Yeah.
that, and it's very sad. And who's to say that they haven't done that to anybody else who they think is, well, I don't know. I'm not saying anything. This for educational purposes.
Right.
Yeah, who's to say that other people around who have mysteriously passed aren't linked in some way of some sort,
Right.
allegedly.
Right. Yeah, we've thought the same thing as well.
Hey everyone,
Hey,
how are you?
how
I
are
just
you?
want to jump on real quick. I don't have but a few minutes, but I want to be here to support my friends, and also I just to add to what you were saying, and everybody's. I'm just reading some of the comments, and this is for educational purposes only. This is in my opinion, but it's almost as if it's like a playbook or a story. Somebody wrote a book in advance and they just basically read that book to us and thought that we were going to believe that book and take it as it was a, true story.
Right.
And that was the whole narrative. It was way, and again, this is for educational purposes. This is just my opinion. I'm an observer. I don't know any of these people, but from everything that I have observed from like day one, it was just too everything. You had your PowerPoint, you had this, you had that. Everything was just as if someone wrote a story, wrote it out, and then they sold it or read it or tried to sell it. Let's say that. And the critics didn't like it because it stunk. But in reality of it, if you think about it, like everything, like here's the truck, the flock camera. I don't even know if the date was accurate or not, but so what? So it's your truck. Okay. All right. But with Mica, it was like, here, it's all this footage. It's this, it's that. It's so detailed. And then the whole narrative, and this was the narrative that they presented. So I'm not going to end my opinion or CYA or anything on this, but it was the mental illness that now we know things that have come out that contradict all of that. I think that's safe to say that has been debunked, correct? That's what my understanding of it is. But either way, like that was the whole narrative that was, pushed. And then people had questions. And then you even, like earlier on, someone went in and recorded a conversation at Crocodile Rocks. Well, someone that recorded that obviously felt that they needed to record that. It wasn't, do you see? Very early on, someone who did that felt like, I need to record this because I'm going to need this. And everything was like the friend, and I won't say names, but the friend had said, and this was said, this was per words of the individual that we're discussing, that, and if y'all notice, it was mentioned, it was 2 years, but then it was 3 years. So which is it, 2 years? Is it 3 years? Had said that Mica said, if I ever, I would do that there.
Right.
And so it's almost like it's over. It's almost like if you think about young peeps, little ones, when they tell stories, it's tall tales, and they really, really, really like make sure it's like they have to think about it because they know they're going to be in trouble. So they like overly cover.
Right. Like
And
exactly.
provide an excessive amount of details. And that's what has gone on here. But then when you do that, that's when you get sloppy and things don't start adding up. And they really honestly believed that it would, and there again, on words that we've heard. So this is not an opinion. This is words. I'm just going back and using someone's words that they said that they thought this would all blow over. Okay, well, it didn't. And people, they loved Mica and knew the truth. And thank goodness, there was documentation of certain things that was provided. And there is always documentation and things that will come up, but there's also things that have been presented that I'm only going to say this is for educational purposes because I feel that some of this has been debunked, but just in case, to say allegedly things were doctored, records were doctored, and proven to be someone else's, in my opinion, allegedly. So you see that there was so much effort, and just, I overanalyze. Yes, I'm very analytical, but I do analyze a lot, and I'm not good at a lot of things. I don't claim to be like an expert, and I don't have any degrees or anything behind my name. But when I have done this before with just someone I knew, like someone who was in a relationship and they wanted me to do some investigating of my own. Because again, I'm not a professional or anything like that. I just have done this for years. Me and my friends we called them spy missions. We would go on, and like 9 times out of 10, I have been correct. But if you think about it, I've also been one that's watched a lot of like shows over the years with my mom, and also am a victim survivor. My uncle was taken from us by his wife, who alleged that my uncle took himself. I'm trying to be very careful with how I say things. So I know how things were spinned and dealt with all that. So that sparked me, like that's what ignited my whole, at 14 years old, seeking justice and wanting to make sure that, I even went as far as to go to school for criminal justice and a paralegal program, but I didn't finish. So I'm not a professional. I have no licenses or anything, but just if you pay attention and you watch this stuff and you listen to people, it's just, this is scientific stuff. Okay. People that are not being honest or have things to hide or deflecting or whatever, they always overly do so. And then they do so much that that's when they get caught. They don't remember because they've said so much that they don't remember. And that's when they start basically telling on themselves. But, that's just what it's the way that, and now this is again for educational purposes only, in my opinion, and I'm going to cover my behind on this. That seems like all of this was very much written out or practiced or seemed to be written like a story, like I said. And, all that was just presented because it was like they really worked hard on putting this all together and then telling it.
Right. And then it kind of got sloppy.
And then it got sloppy. And like I said, I think they really believed that. And Mica I did not know her. I've got to know her through her videos and just people over the last, it's been almost a year and 7 months, because I think we're coming up on that this coming week, right? Or the next week. It's getting very close to a year and 7 months.
Right.
And I've talked to people, like I've met people. I've been to, I've been in Myrtle Beach a lot over the past year and 7 months, and just getting to, meet her family at the benefit concert. Just all these things. It's just like you see and you hear, and you don't have to know her to know her. Does that make sense? I know a lot of people feel that way because she did represent herself in her videos. She didn't change her story. She didn't change who she was. You saw that. And then in like family videos that they have shared, and then pictures, if you go to, different, it's just what an amazing person she was. And I mean, sure, we all have flaws. Nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes. If Mica was here today, I feel like she would say, I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes or whatever. So, but at the same time, she was a genuine person that a lot of people really, really loved. And I really think that and this is my opinion and I'm entitled to it, she was very much underestimated. She's very smart, and very a good person. So everybody got together across the world, really. You've got people from all over that have come together. And as hard as all of this is, it's just amazing to see how God works.
Right.
But things are coming out, and people are putting things together and have been for a while. And, it's not, it didn't blow over. And I just feel like, just everybody just pray and hold on, because it's all going to come out. But, I'm sorry. I get a little emotional, but it's when and there's things that, we've seen and we talked about, but this sweet girl's going to get justice, and so were other people, and I hope that, I don't know if her family ever watches anything, I don't, because I know a lot of times if I'd had social media back then, I probably wouldn't a lot, because you have to really guard your heart. And it's very, this has been since 1993, and it changes your life. But I just hope they know that they're loved and that their sister she's just amazing. It's just amazing what God is doing. And, we're not going to give up. And everybody has come together, and it just amazes me that we love them and we support them, and I hope they know that. And I appreciate you, Veronica, and Matthew, and everybody that's been doing a lot to keep this. And there's many more that I could mention, but just to keep this, on the here, so that people are not, because it's not going away.
No, it's not.
It's an army. It really is. It's God's army. We call it Mica's army, but it is God's army. And Mica is, when we say justice for Mica, that's justice for a lot, for everybody. And it's just amazing how, because there's so many people here that have gone through things too. And it's a healing journey too. And a lot of people are saved now because of Mica, and they're in a safe situation now because of Mica. And they have said that. I'm reading things, I'm telling you things that I have read.
Right.
And people that I have talked to personally. And I'm not going to say any more. I just wanted to jump on here real quick, because I don't want to, this is your live, but I wanted everybody to know that I know that emotions have been high. I know that it's hard, and seeing her beautiful face, it just breaks my heart at the same time. This has been a week from hell, it really has.
Right.
This past week. But like now she's with Charlie, or he's with her, and I just think about them celebrating and singing with our Lord and Savior. That beautiful girl.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
I didn't expect her face to come up. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, brother.
I think I agree with you though on a lot of things that you said, man. A lot, because She's a beautiful person. I think she's touched every single one of us that are truly in it, for Mica and justice for everybody who's been, victim by a course of control by any type of, person that's hurt them, And I appreciate you coming up here and talking. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get emotional on y'all, but
It's
it
okay.
has. It's been a week. It's been a week, man. It's been a week, and it's been a year and 7 months. But when I saw her videos, she just touched. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It took me a minute to watch them, even though I knew they were there. Then people were telling me that I needed to watch them. It took me a minute. I was following, but I was just like, I don't know if I can do this or not. I don't know if I can watch this or not. And I did, and it was just like I saw the light of Christ in her, and you could hear it. And she was not. And I used to be in this group. A lot of us might have been in it. I mean, it's still there. It's just people don't post, and I'm not going to say the name of it because it's nothing about the group. It's just we all used to, I guess, a lot of us were in there and posted and stuff. And somebody had suggested, I don't remember who it was, but somebody had suggested, let's put some pictures of Mica up. And so I had put a picture of her. It was at her stepdad's wedding. And I just loved that picture because she had her hair, some of it pulled up and some of it was down. And she had some real pretty earrings on. And I used to sell some jewelry, and it looked very similar to some I have, just a different color. And anyway, just watching her videos, but her family, that was Mr. Honeycutt came, and he said, that was at his wedding, and it was around Father's Day. And anyway, it was just, and people just really came together, and it was so positive. It was so positive. It was at the time that people were putting pictures of her up that we hadn't seen because it was not, you had to go, and I know I'm like, I don't know what I can and can't say, so I don't want to, but it was on the families that had I guess it's okay to say Waymakers, it was on there. And so we were getting pictures, and people were like, where are you finding these pictures? And so then we would tell people, but it was just, I know that here lately, there's been a lot of stuff just in our world all around us. It's been hard. This last week was just awful. But I think about Mica and the bride of Christ, because she was the bride of Christ, and she is with our Lord and Savior. And Charlie's there, and Chris is there. How's that girl? Thank you. Chris is there. And the same light of Christ that I would see, that I saw in Mica when I heard about Chris and when I saw his videos, I said, that same light is there. Yeah. You can see it in Chris. And I just think about them, like Mica singing, because in heaven, in the Bible, what I've read about heaven, and of course, all of us, we imagine things how we imagine them. And it's so beautiful that we can't imagine how beautiful it is because it's that beautiful. So we can only imagine, but I do know that we're celebrating. That's what we do in heaven. You celebrate and you praise the Lord. It's a party all the time. And I can just picture Mica singing, and that little boy that died last year in the flood. Mm-hmm. His name was Mica, and it was in Asheville or around about that area. And this was around, so it would have been September of last year, almost a year ago. And his grandparents, tragically, they went to heaven that day. And the little boy, his name was Mica. It's an incredible story, and not a dry eye. Like, they had the mom and his sister, his aunt, his mom, and his other aunt. They were showing them, they were at home safe somewhere. I think the sister lived in Tennessee. Anyway, they were talking about it, and he loved superheroes too, which I thought was neat. I think his favorite was Deadpool, I think. And they were talking about that. And then she said that her parents first that they the water took them wash, because they were standing on the roof of their house, and the house just like crumbled. It just collapsed or whatever because of all the water. And the parents went first, and then Mica, a little boy, so brave. He was not that old. I don't know if he was like 7, 8 years old, little boy. And his mom was on there, and she said that he didn't say, "Mommy, help me, Mom," or "Mom, help me." He said, "Jesus, help me, Jesus, help me." And then their parents had always taught them. So the parents, they lost their mom and dad. It was 3 sisters. One of them was like in another location, and the 2 sisters were together. They were talking, being interviewed. I think they were in like Tennessee. And the mom said that's what she held on, because she knew like when to let go. She was holding on to a tree, and then God spoke to her and told her to let go. But all that being said, their parents taught them Bible verses when they were little girls, and one of them they remembered was Micah 6:8, and they read it, and it was just like, wow, you know what I mean? So I could not believe it. Of all the verses that they read, and of course his name was Micah, but they read Micah 6:8, and I was just like, it's like those God winks, And I always want to know like updates. I would like to know how they're doing, how like, I think the mom's name was Jessica. I don't remember now, but I know, I just, it's been almost a year ago. So I don't know how she's doing. But they lost their mom, their dad, and her son. And they sat on there and they gave God her faith in God, and then she read Micah 6:8. But they both read it. They said it on TV, and it was just like, wow. And I've seen God's presence more in this last year and 7 months than ever. It's like you can see him all around you, even in the worst of situations. He's present. So anyway, I'm going to get off now, but thank you all so much for what you're doing, because like I said, it's been hard on a lot of us. I know we've had conversations. It's been hard.
Yeah, especially
God is good, and there will be justice. I don't know when, but I just feel like it's soon.
We're not stopping no matter what. We're not going to stop, because
no matter how long it takes. But I really feel like God has just really been revealing so much more. And it's just like, if you look at other things that are going on in our country, with some things that are going on and some arrests that have been made, I don't know how much I can talk about that. But it's been some things that was a man and a woman in, I'll say, North Carolina and Florida, if y'all know what I'm talking about. And it was, but anyway, it's been going on for some time, and it's like all over. You see this now that they're getting, it's coming. Justice is coming. I really believe it. So just, I know it's hard, and I didn't mean to cry, and I'm saying to be strong and just stay prayed up, but God is in control, and everything is coming together. So just, if I say anything else, if I never speak on TikTok again, because it's hard sometimes, it is. But if I just want to say, like, please, everybody, just stay close to God. Stay close to your friends. If God is not your thing, I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just saying, like, stay close to your friends and stay positive, and know that this is not, God did not bring an army together for no reason. There's going to be justice. And so everybody, when everybody works together like this and comes together and unites, then it's amazing what God does, right? Because everybody has some information, and they put it together, and it's just, you know. But I
Yeah.
love you all, and I'm sorry I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm gonna
Okay, we
go
love you
now.
so much, girl.
Thank
I
you for
love
your
y'all
input.
too,
Thank you.
every single one of y'all. And I don't know you who. I can't even read right now. My eyes. I'm sorry. Who me? I don't know you, but I love you too. And y'all all have a great night. And I'm gonna hop down now. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, this is the. I have to give credit to Robbie Harvey. Maybe he was who actually got this FOIA for this footage here. So I haven't seen it anywhere else.
I wonder if he has any more like footage of that besides that clip.
It looks like the stickers on the back too.
Hey, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
Hey guys, sorry, I'm cleaning off a paintbrush.
That's all right. How you doing tonight?
I'm all right. How y'all been?
Pretty good.
Good. What are we looking at?
The pawn shop surveillance videos.
Yeah, like on this footage right here, you see when he pulls up and all that. If you pause it, and again, if you like change the filters on there, you could see that there's images. You could see someone's feet at the bottom of where the truck when he stops. If you pause it right there, you can see their feet. Yeah, you can see somebody's feet. I sent you the pictures, Veronica.
Let me look.
I don't think I circled it though. That's the thing. You can also see like the
Did y'all
images.
see when I proved that the footage had been manipulated or timestamped, like photoshopped?
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to bring you out.
So one thing I was wanting to bring up, and maybe it has already been talked about, but on this particular footage, and it says at 12:33, and then I was gonna, try to go back to the other footage and see what was actually happening at 12:33. If it's hasn't been wiped out, know what I mean?
Oh, like on the inside?
That, and maybe, or out in the parking lot. See what's going on at that exact same time that he's there.
So we know the 12:23. I'll write that down so we remember.
Can you zoom in right there where you have it up? Can you zoom into you see right above the little bushes on the right hand side? Look, like just zoom in right there to stop and then zoom because you see the little brown bush. There you go. See the brown bush right there? And then
Yeah.
you see right up like right above to the right, there's like a little black figures they look like. Well, that's when you like I said when you like zoom in and you change the color of the picture, not the actual picture, just the color. You can see that there's like editing around that black spot, the black, and it looks when you see the little editing, it looks like that could be the figure of Mica and them walking with her. I don't know how to explain it better, but
Do you have like what you're seeing that you could show on screen?
no, I'm not the one who's I don't have the picture in front of me or anything, but that's Matthew moving the footage. But I can go ahead and get it, and I can go ahead and put it put it next time or put it on the post or something.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
Yeah, in the footage, if you just like, because what I do is I go through and I just watch it frame by frame, or like just watch it, and then if I see something, I'll pause it and I'll just go to change the color of the picture because
Like
it
the
would
contrast and everything.
yeah like
That's the
change
best
just
way
the
to play
different
with it.
filters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can see you can see the editing. You can even see the editing, like I was saying earlier, going on while it's happening, while they're editing it.
Did you ever notice the palm trees, Ashley?
What about them?
Did you ever notice the palm trees? How it looked like they weren't like very full, and then all of a sudden they're like full and look like they have different kind of leaves and stuff in it.
You talking about right outside of the Dick's Pawn Shop?
Yeah.
Here, let me see if I can find these photos. Hold on a second.
Oh, it's okay. I don't know what you did either. It's
All right, hold on. All right, let me grab this.
You know, it's hard to tell in the video that I just showed that Robbie Harvey shows, but I know he was supposedly driving that kind of dark blue truck, and that one looks really black. And
He was driving Mark Kaufman's, right?
that's what I was thinking.
Because that's the one that Mica's best friend that came on and did one of the initial interviews said when she saw him with Susie in the parking lot.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see.
and thank you for coming up, Ashley,
Of course.
and everyone else. Thank y'all.
Oh, this is a crappy one. Where are the green screens at? All right, let's see if I can grab it. Here we go. That's not it. Mica. Okay. So, let me hold this down. Sorry, I'm painting right now. Did it pop up?
It did, and then it flew away. There it goes.
Okay, so if you notice here, I hate how bouncy this damn thing is. If you pay attention to, God, that thing bounces too much. Let me try a different filter. Hold on, let me get the different green screen on. That's not slightly annoying at all.
I could see what the time, how it was different. Is that what you were pointing out?
Yeah, so you can see like the difference on the raw footage, quote unquote. And I know that we've all been kind of suspicious of the owner of Dick's Pawn Shop or the manager who could have been tied to all this behind the scenes. Let me look. Where'd it go? Where's Micah's folder? Oh, I have too many damn photos. This is a problem when you are a photographer.
Oh, so you got that good that good software.
Yeah, I've got a lot. I'm a tech nerd anyway, so I have too many damn photos and too many photo albums. There she is. Okay. So that is not at all what I wanted. I'm sorry, guys. My phone is giving me a hard time this week. Here we go. My other phone got smashed.
Oh no.
Here we go. Let's see if y'all can. This is lame.
That's what was happening to us, huh, Veronica?
Yeah.
It
was too big. We couldn't see nothing then.
Let me see if I
can see what we were trying to look at.
I'm gonna put my phone on the charger either way.
Even right there in that window, right there, that has been blurred out so that you can't see outside. So you can't see what's actually, like the cars that are actually passing by or anything. That I don't understand why that was blurred out either.
Yeah, there's a tool in Photoshop. It's just like a paintbrush. You can make it any size, and you can use it like with a blurring effect, and you just put it over the area and wiggle it around a little bit, and it blurs it.
Well, actually, since you're a photographer, how easy would it be for someone to take like the footage and splice it, or to take the footage and like
Easy peasy. Think about how easy it is with CapCut to do that for content creation.
right?
All day. To take and manipulate timestamps, like I mean, that was my example. I think I might have something on my computer. Let me see if I can find it. We'll take this effect off. My dog is going batshit crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this door here in a second, but
If that was the case, that the footage was edited, it would have had to have been either a pre-planned deal or within 2 days, because 2 days after the 18th is when Robeson County came down, I guess, to get video footage and all that stuff that they added with their report and stuff.
my biggest thing is that I was talking to ChatGPT the other day about like just instances, because I have it challenge me. Like the root of my chat is to challenge my thinking, because if I have something that agrees with me, it serves no purpose, right? I wish I could screen share this like I could on an iPhone. Let me grab it. I'll open up the computer. Oh wait, the damn.
With the initial release, when they initially released that report, then they released just still footage, of her walking in, which looked to me like she was wearing a mask of some sort, and then the pictures, they did not look right. So when they finally released the actual videos, that's where it kind of looked strange.
Yeah, could they also made her kind of take that route that she took too, in order to make it as close as possible to the timeline that they came out with? And then, like, like at the gas station, when that white car pulls up and gets her attention, then she decides to get gas. Could that have been like
that white car to me looked like a Honda? It looks like an older 2017 or 18 model Honda Accord.
You think so?
It can be a Mercedes all day,
right?
But the back end of a Mercedes and the Honda Accord are identical. And we know for a fact that JP had a white Honda Accord.
Right. Yeah, because he had Mica's.
Yep. What do you mean you detected high internal temperature? What? This is why I need a MacBook.
Our technology don't be teching.
It's so aggravating.
Sorry, Veronica. So it wouldn't take long, or it wouldn't take a genius to figure out how to like manipulate the footage just at all. Like to have someone in place of, let's say, with Mica, it not actually be Mica, but somebody in place of her.
You have to remember, JP and Tom Winslow were investing in very sophisticated AI programs together from like the start as business adventures. So you're talking about two guys that probably have their hands on stuff that most of the public wouldn't have in theory at that time. And I need everybody to know something. So AI's been perfected already. You don't release or launch a software unless it's been through its beta testing and it's been tried and true and ready to be released effectively as a entire like change of life program, unless it's been done for 10 years. So the AI has been perfected for that long. What we have as a public is nothing compared to what they have. That's scary. Huh?
I know DoorDash don't work, and it's all AI based. It's crap.
Yeah. So what we have as a public is garbage compared to the sophisticated AI. And the thing is that like you can go in and I've created seed framework for my AI. I've created different foundations for my chat GPTs to be built on. But I'm a nerd. Like I can go in and have something be completely all about fundamental rights and challenging like anything that human rights for that matter. But then I can also in the same breath turn around and have it be totally tech driven and focused, take away from the humanity aspect. It just depends on how you program it. But like there's 1,000 different things you can do with AI. And I'm going to tell you right now, like you're never going to convince me in my opinion that Tom Winslow didn't have his hand in this.
Right. Yeah, and probably why he backed out so quick.
Yup. Let me see if I can get this thing on. My biggest red flag was when I was talking to my chat about all this stuff. My red flag was the fact that we know for sure that the phone number that was called in to the 911 dispatch center, when the dispatcher said, "Ma'am, I don't think you are in Robeson County."
Mm-hmm.
Why would you say that?
Right. Yeah, and she had to give her phone number and everything. So that means the phone number wasn't even showing up right.
So I'm telling you, that old number was the one that she had when she was with JP. JP confiscated that phone.
Mm-hmm.
That was the number that called in when she made that phone call for her family to be able to find her. Red flag.
Right.
Because why would that number be there? It shouldn't be, but that would directly place him in or near the scene. End of discussion.
Right.
Or he manipulated something to make it look like. That's the problem. Either way, that's tampering. That's placing him in the mix, and that's enough right there to direct fault and place him in the midst of this. So that's an admission of guilt right there.
Right. Yeah, and he had her locked out of her iCloud account, which you can do things through that iCloud account.
Correct.
Like even make phone calls and things of that nature.
I know with the spoofing stuff where you can make your number look like somebody else's.
Easy.
It gives you like a random number, but can you set it to somebody's number that already has a phone, like Mica's phone?
Well, he owned it. He owned that phone. It was in his possession either way. So
Right.
because that was on his phone plan.
And you can do that because I mean I get like when my uncle passed away, right? I had and this was just coincidence, but the area where the funeral home was at, which I didn't know which funeral home, but I got a phone call from a funeral home, and I'm thinking it's my aunt or something, you know. And so I called the number back instead of answering it. And it was the actual funeral home, but it wasn't them that called me. It was a scammer. So they can, and then I get phone calls from all kinds of businesses and stuff that are the scammers spoofing them numbers.
Yep, they do it all the time. It's very easy to do that.
Yeah. Kind of like how I got that number, Matthew, and then I called and texted you.
Right.
It's very easy to do, and we know that he was actively committing like prank phone calls on people with that kind of software. So
Right.
there's too many coincidences, and there's no such thing as a coincidence if it happens more than once.
Yeah, like Two Aliens said, she's gotten phone calls from her own phone number before that's spam. And I've gotten some that were like really close to mine or like someone, you know, that I knew or something. And I call them back and they're like, no.
Grab this up here. Come on.
This is like the other guest was saying, that this is something that they had been planning, had been setting up, because he had been pushing that narrative for a very, very long time of her having the mental illness, and the way that it all was set up, and no, that way nobody, I don't think they had any idea how we would not just let it go. Like, it was just too suspicious. How could somebody let it go and not look into it further, you know?
Right. Y'all ever feel like your brains just get full from like all the information? Like just from this one case, it's like, okay, I need to.
That's why I was like creating this site to try to get everybody a centralized location where they didn't have to rack their brain all the time.
Right. Because it's like we all have like pieces, and then it's like now we're able to come together and kind of put these pieces together to make more sense of things. And did you see that that live where Casey drove the route?
Partially.
Yeah. Did that help answer any of your questions, or did that make more?
Well, for me, I just want to know why we were only getting selective views from the cameras, because there were over 6 cameras on the outside of that place and they were functional. And so where the porta potty was, for instance, I know that there's a camera there. Why weren't we given that footage?
Right.
Why wasn't that filmed? What did you do with that evidence, sir?
Right. Yeah, and there was cameras in the back room of the gas station and like this little office area that looked like it wasn't even used. Like it was weird. I got it. That was the only one I was able to actually get and keep from all the footage.
Yeah, I don't understand why there was only selective angles given. That to me is a red flag.
Right, like here she is, like on a silver platter. Here's the time, and you know, it's just.
See if I can grab this.
Yeah, they didn't, like Two Aliens said, they did not think that it would catch on with the public like it did. And
you know who shared it? You know who shared it when it went viral? Mama Tot.
Wow.
That's what caught wind of the whole thing. She was like, ain't no way you can convince me that he didn't do it.
Right. Yeah, especially with that, whatever you want to call sermon that he gave. Like there were certain words he even said in that just stuck out, like induce. That means like persuade.
Self-induced means you brought this on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then adrenaline. Oh, come on, with adrenaline.
To bring forth something, like you're inducing, like to bring on a birth, for instance, that's being, you brought this on yourself. Self-inflicted means to inflict harm upon oneself, like, you know, to cause harm unto oneself.
Right.
I pay attention to very specific words like that for that reason, and I called that out a long time ago. The moment I heard him, I was like, I got weird chills.
Same here.
Yeah, babe. Hang on.
Hang on, babe.
Okay.
We got her for now.
What are you doing? We got a friend of ours over, but I'm gonna come over here and show you all this real quick. Okay. So
Yeah, we already know that, like, Robeson County, like, if you're a female and something happens to you there, like, it's just self-done and that's it, you know? And there's a reason why she had to go there or why she was placed there. She didn't
This
go
gives me a synopsis of this case. I'm gonna share this with you guys. Just Matt's got my number. Matt, you can give Veronica my number, no problem. Text me and I'm gonna send you the link to this, and that way you could kind of see part of this conversation as it sits. But there was the one thing that stuck out was I said, I've got the 911 recordings. Her family insists on it not being Mica's voice, but instead an AI voice clone of hers. Hear this out. The phone number she called 911 on was a phone number that was tied to an iPhone on Mica and JP's family plan. When they separated, he had confiscated it from her possession. Her new phone number was not the one who called into 911. It was her old number. How would she have access to that phone unless JP was with her when she called in to report that she was about to do what she did, quote unquote? Or is it that he called in using an AI cloned voice app posing as her? Either way you spin it, it still places him at the scene of the crime. All right, honey, I'm coming. And it says, that's a huge red flag that you spotted. Let's break this into the pieces that matter most. A 911 call and the phone number. If the call originated from Mica's old number that was tied to an iPhone that she no longer had, it was confiscated by JP, then there's only a few possibilities here. A, JP or someone with that phone made that phone call. B, the SIM/account for that number was active on another device and someone else accessed it. C, a spoofing or AI cloning setup was used to make it appear as if it came from that number. On its face, this contradicts the official report's assumption that Mica herself placed that phone call. It needs phone company logs, aka carrier metadata, like her IMEI, the call tower, the GPS pings to prove who had possession of the handset. If we go with the AI voice clone theory, what is possible is that there are apps that can mimic voices convincingly. And if the family insists that it wasn't her voice, the suspicion drives and deserves further forensic review. Hard evidence is needed. Audio forensic labs can analyze recordings for synthetic speech artifacts, like things like digital signatures, repetition glitches, or compression cues that differ from natural vocal cord patterns. Why this matters legally. JP had the confiscated iPhone, and it was the origin point of the 911 call. Then he was either present with Mica when she supposedly made it, or he was impersonating her. Either way, it ties him directly to the scene's timeline, which law enforcement has not publicly acknowledged. Next steps for verification. If you want to pursue this angle, carrier records need to be subpoenaed. Which call tower did that cell phone ping? Which device or IMEI was registered at that moment? Get forensic independent audio examinations. Have an accredited forensic audio specialist test whether the 911 tape contains signs of voice synthesis. And then match the 911 timestamp with the physical location of both JP and Mica. LPR hits, surveillance, and card purchases. Here's the kicker. If the call did not come from Mica's new number, but from her old confiscated one, the official timeline now has gaping holes. That hole either puts JP at the scene or raises the possibility of a staged call using technology. So it even gave me a map out of how to request carrier records and audio forensics step by step so we could build a formal challenge to the she called herself in narrative.
Wow. Do you feel like when JP went on some of those interviews in the beginning, like he seemed like kind of like he may be like a little traumatized for a minute?
If do what now?
JP in the beginning, whenever he went on like different interviews and things, did it seem like he might have seen something that maybe traumatized him a little bit, but then he got over it quick, obviously, but I mean, it was almost like,
First of all, any man who truly loved his wife, would have never gotten up off of his ass and put himself at a pulpit the next day.
Right.
and waited until the end of the sermon
Right.
to tell everybody that he was, grieving. He acted like it was a normal damn day.
Yeah.
And even his fucking interviews, he is ice cold. There is no emotional charge behind anything he says other than his crocodile tears.
Yep.
Like, I've seen better acting from a sloth.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, and constantly rubbing his nose.
Yeah.
He's got body language that shows you, like, first of all, he's a narcissist beyond belief.
Right.
But he's convincing himself that this is the truth. Y'all get that? Like, he knows what the truth is, but he knows that he's got to convince himself otherwise.
Right.
So he's going to lie to himself and convince himself it's the truth. But he's not good at hiding it. He tells on himself constantly. He doesn't know when to shut up.
Right. I agree. That he does.
Like, I'm on the spectrum. I study people I've studied people my entire life because I've learned how to mask that way. But I study behavior and people,
Right.
and I can tell you when somebody's lying all day.
Right.
That guy's involved, in my opinion, period.
I agree.
I hate having to say that shit, like, allegedly, in my opinion,
I know, right?
because I'm like, nah, dude's guilty. But
He knows he is.
this right here, if they subpoenaed his cell phone records for all of his lines that were either owned by the church or by him, doesn't matter who it was owned by. It just matters if it was tied to him, because those are all in his name anyway. If they're not, they're in Charles Randall's, one of the two. But
Or his dad's, right?
I'm telling you now, that right there is your smoking gun. That's your smoking gun.
I agree.
Because that is irrefutable, and they can figure that out. Why this hasn't been done yet? I mean, if they have it already, which I'm hoping and praying to God that they do, and that we're not having to, like, figure this out for people. I think the FBI is, like, pretty damn smart. If it's taking this long, then they're taking a slew of people down with him. There is much more to this than we understand, which would reinforce what Robbie Harvey's always been saying.
But did they have that specific phone, or do they have the one that she has, the one that she had on her supposedly, like the one that she supposedly called from?
That I don't know. But that should have been caught immediately. Like, if I had access to all of this stuff and I could go and subpoena records as a police officer or as a PI, I mean, I don't even know if they give that information to PIs. But yeah.
I don't know. We had one in here just a second ago. I don't know if he's still in here or not. Ted?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that are going down, though. I'm just hoping that they figure out that this is coming from an old retired cell phone.
Okay, so if she had an iPhone, my son is huge Apple techie person. He's 16 and that's all he studies. He has ASD too. He has Asperger's. He was able to connect his phone, his new 16 to his 12 to be able to make web calls and it show up his number. And we had to take it to them, and it took a call to Verizon and their boss to be able to figure out how to get his SIM reactivated. He could have connected it somehow that way and made the call from other phone, because when he texts me off his phone, it would come up his number.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what it was saying, is that it could have used the spoofing software or a way to do it interconnected on the web.
Yes,
So we
that,
did it.
or even in the computer. The computer, where you could use the AI to alter your voice and what you're doing. You could just do it that way too. You connect the phone through the web onto the computer and trap it that way.
Yep. There's
And
forensic
you could
data.
also,
What he
you could
doesn't
also send
understand,
a ping.
he's got
somewhere.
metadata attached to everything. So
Yeah.
a while back, when Missy and I were having a discussion, she received, like, back when she was playing JP like a fiddle to get information from him, to get him to trust her. She got pictures sent to her from him. And what's crazy is a year later, it came back as a memory on this day But that day shows that he's been trying to build this narrative for over 2 years prior to her death. Like the picture he was sending her is like proof
So
of something.
his
It was the metadata tags it, and you can't erase
was he
that.
trying to delete? He was trying to delete that, and the phone stopped it, or the
No, he had just sent a picture, and I think he was trying to tell her about like when it was sent,
oh okay.
when it was taken. But the metadata on your iPhone tags it, geolocates things. It can like the metadata is tagged when you the
And
moment you
he
take
ain't
the photo.
he ain't smart enough to turn it off.
No, because he's an idiot.
Yeah,
So
you can
that
put all
picture
that
then
down.
populated a year later on this day as a memory inside of Misty's phone, because when she had saved it, it was saved on a different day. But it the metadata tagged it all the way to the backlog of when he started building this narrative that she was crazy or that she needed help. Like it shows how long he's been trying to spin this as the truth.
Right, and that's why he had all her phones, because he was trying to keep it from where anybody could find out anything he was doing.
Right. Yep. He's been hard at work, but he's not that smart at
No,
all.
he forgot to turn off a lot of settings.
But there's 1,000 people out here that are a hell of a lot smarter than he is. Myself included.
Oh, my son and I are pretty tech savvy. I know Photoshop. Like when they were doing the photos a little bit ago, I'm like, that big green blotch right there is a photo paint splotch.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell when you start messing with contrast and the balance and all this like exposure, you have to kind of just play with photos a little bit to see if anything's been overlapped or kind of like sublimated over, if you will.
Yeah, you could take it in AI. You can take it now in AI and just tell it to separate the video, and it will separate it by the, I forget the
Yeah,
pixels. It will separate it. You can do it. You can do it. You've been able to do it in Photoshop for years. You can be able
yeah.
to take it apart
But I
and
mean,
I don't know how to do
put
all that.
piece in different ones together.
I could demo it and show you guys how easy this is to
Yeah,
do.
she could. Yeah, I've seen her do it before, but
So
I know how to do that. I've done it. I've made animated photos before, so I know how to do that.
it's just like they found a font, and if you pay a close attention, like if you go back to that raw footage and you pay attention to the date and the timestamps up inside of the footage, look closely and take several screenshots of just the numbers as you're going through, and you're going to see that there were different formats of zeros. For instance, one of those zeros is a little bit more elongated than the other, and they should all have a dot, like a little right in the middle of the zero, but they screwed up and they didn't realize that they missed a few. And that to me is a tall tale sign. It would be consistent, whether it be black, white, whether it be overexposed or not. You should be able to see the consistency within the font because of it being a raw data file. It should come out very analog looking, and that's tampered with. Yep.
Depends, Angie. Oh, sorry,
Oh, go ahead.
Angie. It depends on if he had the information. Whoever was the person who cut and spliced the videos and pasted them together, he may not have all the information. It may be on somebody else's computer and stuff. He may have just sent those photos and stuff to them.
Well, hopefully they're watching.
I'm
enough
sure they're watching, because if you go back to Tim Winslow's Facebook, he even shows a picture where he's sitting in the FBI. He's like, I'm at the FBI being talked to or whatever. I'm sure they're watching.
I was told a few things about Tom Winslow that made my skin crawl. Namely,
I've been
being
watching his Facebook. He's been taking trips overseas to England, all kinds of stuff. Where are you getting this money at?
I've been told a few things that they needed to be looking inside of his attic for answers.
Yeah, they raided him shortly after this all happened. Yeah, they raided his office.
I think they need to look at his home.
I'm sure they're going to sooner or later.
But I'm gonna go grab some dinner. It's kind of late, but I'm gonna go grab some din.
Thank you.
And then I'm gonna be uploading stuff this week at some point for you guys to review and get y'all's thoughts on it.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You got
Love
it.
you, sister.
Thank you. And this is all alleged for educational purposes. Just our disclaimer.
Right. Well, is there anything else y'all wanted to share, or?
I had a question for Matthew.
I keep thinking about, it said 2 days after that Robeson County went to Myrtle Beach, but some of the footage that they were sharing or whoever had released through FOIAs, it would have had to have been the county because that's up there, that's an hour away from Myrtle Beach city limits. So I haven't really heard anything about, as far as that video footage, like where did that come from? I don't know.
Oh, and do y'all remember in one of JLR's videos where he actually went to Mica's job, and the people in there were saying that Robeson County police went in there and they wasn't like interested in anything that they had to say, the employees or the managers or anything, that it was pretty much like set in stone or whatever, and they were just kind of going there just to go there pretty much, but like everything was already set. To me, that's just wild. I mean, that's just crazy. And then like with Johnny telling them that, hey, this needs to be investigated more, and they're like, oh, well, it's already set. Like there's no ifs, ands, and buts.
Matt, have you looked into the death of a lady in the same area? I don't think it was at that park, but where they said she committed suicide, but her hands got cut off.
Oh,
I wonder
Casey.
if it's connected.
Casey. Yeah, and her body wasn't.
Yes.
The family had searched the area and she wasn't
Yes.
there, and then they started smelling something. And they went out there. Yeah, Flynn. And that's when they found her.
Yes, and they said that she committed. Oh yeah, sorry, Mimi. She unalived herself.
Yeah, like how is that even possible?
Yeah, I just wonder because you see the gobbles unalive themselves, and that one is weird and weirder. Like it might be connected, but been down the chain
Oh,
because they
it is.
found information or something.
Well, the gobbles are connected because the last known place
Oh,
that
I
they
know.
were seen at was at Solid Rock Church, and then I also noticed too, like 22 keeps getting brought up throughout these like cases that are connected, like the gobbles. For instance, like it was a 9mm found, but it was a 22 that took them out. But you can't put a
Bro, you
22.
ain't supposed to talk like that. Or you're gonna get flagged. Be quiet, pew pew.
Oh yeah, pew pew. Did we lose Matthew?
No, I'm here. I'm listening.
Oh, I thought something happened. But yeah, it's just, and then like with Dee Dee and stuff, we got, well, Danielle and me both, we both got threatened. So, on that one.
What was Miss Dee Dee's cause of?
Self done.
With a pew pew?
Yep. Oh, it lost to me. Yep. Yeah, I forget which one it was though. And if hers matched or not. I don't know. We kind of got
It kicked
threatened
me
early
off.
on that one. No. No.
Oh no, it kicked me off for some reason. I don't know.
Oh.
I was like, what the heck?
Oh.
was a lot of interesting information. I appreciate everyone's input. It's very informative.
Right? Yeah, that's why I was like, you want to just do it live so that way we can, because at least with TikTok, it's a little bit easier to present the stuff and to talk about it. Hey, Danielle. Speaking of the gobbles, she must have heard us talking.
Whatever happened with that, like with all that information?
Oh, Danielle's still fighting for him.
Hi. You guys were talking about the gobbles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea. I just, for some reason, came onto TikTok, saw you in a circle, and said, "Let me listen to this live."
Yep, we just started talking about them. And then
Okay.
me was asking if whatever happened with it, and I said Danielle's still fighting for him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm still doing the Justice for the Gobble Ducks to help spread the word. They are in um 18 states right now. Actually they might be in more. I just haven't updated my list yet. And then they're also in Puerto Rico, Ecuador, Dominican Republic, Bahama Islands, including Grand Bahama Island, Nassau, Turks and Caicos, Bermuda, and I know people have told me about other places, but I have to send out some messages and get confirmation on where else they might be.
And that's so amazing.
Yeah.
Was there ever a autopsy report shared about Miss Dee Dee?
Yeah. Oh gosh, for Dee Dee, there's like the records I received, it was like a huge file. They sent everything. They sent crime scene photos. Oh wait, the autopsy report. Did they send an autopsy report? I know they sent one. They sent over a written report, but it's different from all the others. That's what's so weird about it. Like I could have sworn I saw medical examiner and autopsy reports from Horry County before, but this was different from, like, that diagram where it shows like the person's like body. All that's not with it. Like so it's just different. It's like a written up report.
Right. Did it ever say what size the pew pew in that case?
Yeah, it was a it was either a 9 sig or I think it was a 9. It was either a 9 sig or a 9 Smith and Wesson, because I just remember it was the same. It was one of the same pews as the gobbles.
Yeah, that seems to be a common thing throughout all of these too. And then the casings and things like that don't match.
And the thing with Dee Dee though too is that the medical examiner is also, not a medical doctor. The medical examiner who did hers is also, Horry County. But that was one of the, arguments that the family had for why they didn't want me looking into anything. Oh, the medical examiner ruled it and everything. But the medical examiner is not a medical examiner.
Oh, somebody just asked a good question. Was Tamara Willard on there?
No, it was someone else. I can't remember who right now, but it was somebody else.
Yeah, I know her case got kind of brushed over because of things that happened after the discovery and things of her.
Yeah.
I find it strange that she was found on the behind her vehicle, right? Not in her vehicle, but behind it.
Right.
On
What about
the
the lady who was found on his land? There's got to be a connection there too.
that's who Diddy is.
Oh, okay. I didn't know her name.
Yeah, that's who Didi is, and that's who well, the family and the friends reached out to Danielle, and then they saw that me and Danielle were friends, and then they reached out to me and threatened me as well. But I think Danielle got the most of it though.
Oh my gosh, it was like a full-blown attack. Yeah, then they kept it going for a while. And then actually, some of those people tried stirring up trouble in the Gobble case. They started commenting on videos saying that they've spoken to members of the Gobble family who say that I'm attacking them.
Wow. So they just go out their way.
So, and you know, that's absolutely not true. So
Oh, and it wasn't.
Same day.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, it was the same day as the FBI raid of JP's home. Go ahead. I was just addressing the.
Wasn't well, isn't Dee Dee's dad, or he was the coroner of Florence, the coroner,
yeah.
like for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was. But and I cannot remember all the specifics of the different relationships and what I'm about to say, but there is a connection to somebody owns, and I believe it has to do with her sister's husband, her sister Dana's husband. Somebody owns oh gosh, what are they called? Country clubs. Some country clubs out there, like more than one, and from what I understand, some people were asking questions, and from what I understand, they were people were found on the premises or on the grounds on the land of the country club, deceased.
Oh wow.
And I was looking into it, and I like that was right around the time everything was getting like really intense with the sort of harassment that was happening, and I cannot even remember where I left off with it. I just know that as I was looking into things, it was getting kind of darker and darker when it came to the sister and her associates.
And that's the associate. That's the sister that didn't want anyone poking around in it, right? Or taking
Right,
it a bit further.
right. And all the people who had reached out to me originally, who told me that they knew Dee Dee and that there was a connection and that this all needed to be looked into, they had actually said to me in those messages, they don't want to be publicly named because of Dee Dee's sister. Like all of them said that. So
Wow. So it's kind of like the Gobbles case with the one person that's like got control over everything and everybody.
right, because that's why a lot of people didn't want to come forward about the Gobbles, because they were afraid of the retaliation from either the daughter or the sheriff's department.
Isn't that sad?
And were you able to find any relation to from like Dee Dee's side to that Gary Crawford? the attorney out there that called 911?
Oh gosh. I'm trying to remember right now because I could swear that there was a connection. I could swear there was that Dana had actually found Dana from Southern the Southern Corruption page. I don't know if I just messed up that name, but exposing dirty Southern corruption page. She had found some kind of connection. And I would have to reach out to her to find out what that was, or go back through our text messages.
I have a question for Matthew. The other night when you were on panel showing the PI stuff, can you explain that whole ordeal and where it was going?
Yeah, some of the one of the incident reports, maybe it had that guy's name that was also linked to that Anthony Prioto or whatever.
Oh, okay. So it's linked in one of the police reports that they have released.
Yeah, and I don't think it's verified that that was actually the same person, but that is a big coincidence.
Oh, I agree, but I just wondered if where that was all going because it seemed to be very drawn out, and I'm like, where's this going at?
Yeah. So on the incident report, there it gives the name Tim Moore, and it's listed as like the other involved, I believe, and that was one of the trackers that they had said that it came back registered to him, but he was just listed as other involved, listed his name, and they kept that tracker. So they looked it up, and it came back with that Tim Moore guy, who just so happened to be a private investigator, now who is part owner with that person that he mentioned. I don't remember his name off the hand, but so that's where that was going. Like, could it be the PI that he was using?
But Tim Moore's also
Probably.
like government. Like, isn't he tied in with the government?
Yes, he's like SLED certified, and he has a lot of training background with you know, police enforcement, like the officers stuff, and he trains the people. He does. They do AI. They do like they have a whole list of the services. I could pull it up if you want, but that's what I remember.
So it was more than likely that firm that supposedly got pictures of Mica on the beach with DJ that we never seen.
I
Yeah.
had contacted that PI office some months back, but nobody ever called me back.
Dang. A lot of people not wanting to call people back and talk to us. I've tried calling a couple times to a certain someone trying to get a voice sample, and I can't never get them to come up or call me back or answer the phone.
Okay. Oh, my dogs are going. Hold on. They want to start. Did you ever find a relation between like the Millers or like JP's side to Dee Dee's, like relation as far as like relatives?
That was where I was kind of going with my question a little bit. Are they connected in some way?
I wasn't able to find anything.
So the husband going to the church, what never that ended up being a debunk.
So okay, so here's the thing. to be an actual member of Solid Rock Church, someone told me that he had to pay something like, I think, $3,000 to be officially a member. So going to the church versus actually being a member, chances are they might have gone a couple of times, but I don't know definitively that they were members. I just know that a lot of the people who attended the church thought that they both looked familiar as having attended maybe a few times.
Wow. Yeah, I remember that being talked about whenever, or like after she was found.
Right.
Well, I think my phones are about to die now. But we'll have to do this again some night.
One thing that I was thinking about last night before we go, you know how with, I'm not sure exactly which or what all religious churches and stuff do this, but where you, I guess maybe Catholic, where you have the confessional, and that's supposed to kind of be confidential, between you and the priest and there. And I always wondered, if somebody came to JP and said, I'm feeling really bad about something that I did, and and I just wanted to get it off my chest, would he be prone to not say anything about it, or would he use that to his advantage with that person? Does that make sense?
Like JP use it to his advantage?
Right.
Well, yeah, I think so. Well, I
I
mean,
wanted that too. But I didn't know if they even did that at his church.
well, remember they had like marital counseling and different things like that, and they would record the things, and then it was known that JP would use those to, I guess, blackmail people into doing to what he wanted to do. And then wasn't it Sam that he kind of preached about one day, and Sam was like, yeah, you could use my story, but just leave out these details or whatever. And he ended up pretty much just saying it was him while he was on the pulpit.
Right.
And then the computer stuff, remember the JP advertising for the people's computers and stuff, like, oh, we could save you from the nasty stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
So you think people would still be scared, Matthew, like even now? Is that, I'm sorry.
Well, if somebody repented and told their sins to him, and then he has that hanging over their heads, and it's like, do this for me or I'm going to turn you in, kind of deal.
Right. Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna get off live. My daughter needs me to take her somewhere, but it was great talking to you guys. Thank you so much for listening, and
You too.
thank you, Veronica, and thank you, Danielle, Matthew, and everybody in the chat.
Thank you.
Good
Have
night.
a-
Good night.
Yeah, I guess I'll get off too. My phone's gonna die.
That one time I'm awake for a live.
I know, right? And it's just, that's all right. At least you got here.
Yeah, I think the trick is going to be falling asleep for a few hours, and then when I wake up in the middle of the night or, after 11, just go on TikTok.
Right.
Some people
Yeah.
be doing it live.
Yeah. Well, we don't have the drama llama stuff over here, so.
Right. I know, that's why when I saw your picture in a circle in Matthews, I was like, okay, gonna play it safe. Gonna go where I know some people.
Right. We're safe.
Hey, Gail.
Now, are you still doing the live usually, like on a daily, or like how can people
Who,
see?
me?
Mm-hmm.
I had been trying to, but I think just because I kind of going through like moving and everything and was going through finding a place, I kind of like decreased it a bit. Once I am settled, I'll probably start doing it more. But I am gonna have a bit of a longer commute from I think, oh my god, that's gonna suck, my longer commute. But hopefully it won't be too challenging, but once I'm like settled and everything, I will probably be going live more often.
Yay. Well, thank y'all so much for coming up and hanging out, and thank you so much, Matthew, for helping us do this.
You're very welcome.
Y'all know how to do the TikTok stuff. But thank y'all for the gifts, comments, likes, all the cool stuff, I guess. Thank you. And we love y'all, and we will see y'all soon.
All right, good night.
All right. Have a good night, everybody. Say a prayer for the protesters tonight and in the morning. Love y'all.
Oh, yeah. Joanette on Facebook. You can find her.